Greetings, traveler.
Stash a Card Looter is an amazing game that has literally zero pay-to-win mechanics. It's an auto-battler like Battlegrounds, but it's asynchronous, meaning that you play versus other people's boards, but on your own time. You can pause or go AFK at any moment and then come back to the run whenever you want to. After each fight, you're offered a pack of cards to choose from, with limited coins to spend each time. You never know what the next card brings. You could hit a crazy high roll that boosts your team, kind of like getting a golden brand in Battlegrounds. On top of that, it might have the best endgame I've seen in any auto-battler. After you've gotten 18 wins, you get to challenge a king deck. If you are victorious, you now take his place as one of the 12 kings, and future players will have to fight your deck instead. Everyone can see the 12 king decks and how many wins they have. The ultimate bragging right. There's also a leaderboard that compares your 4 best runs of the season to that of all of the other players. Normally this game is only $9.99, but for the next few days you'll receive a 30% discount, making it an incredible deal. You can check out the game by clicking the link in the pinned comment. Alright, here we go. We have a Beater Babbit game, which is audience choice, Demon Dragon, Murloc, Naga Undead. We're gonna skip past Gallywix because we do not have pirates and it's a very fast anomaly. Extra health is useful. Also, the extra minions from the anomaly are really nice to complete the Arana hero power. So, boxcars is lots of money early on. Mike's definitely better. That's great to hear. We have the damage coin here with the Soul Rewinder, which is gonna allow us to level to 6, or sorry, pay 6 to level to 3. We have an Evolve in our hand, but you could only really use that on your Rewinder. That doesn't really make sense. We have golden boxcars here, and at first I was baffled, like, wait, how is this happening? But then I realized that they buffed Snake Eyes Buddy. First, when it was released, it was a 4-drop, I believe, so you could eyes it. And here you can see Beater hits the eyes, but now I think it's even a 3-drop. So they nerfed it to like a 6-drop at some point, so you could not eyes it. So now it's just goldening itself because Snake Eyes was probably not that strong in Buddy meta, and then they buffed it. But there's always some weird stuff where there's some leftover from Buddy meta that's not quite addressed, and you know, Snake Eyes Buddy being able to golden itself is crazy in an audience choice because some people are going to roll a 6 and most people aren't. Or at least not in the first like 1 or 2 turns, right? So of course at some point you roll a 6, but it's the earlier you get it, the better it is, because now Beater is getting 2 spells per turn instead of 1 spell, which is just like crazy. But the Terran had it even 1 turn earlier. So we take the Carapace over to Vigor here because that's just more tempo. We pop our Murlocs. I guess you might get something like Bream Counter, and then cycling Tad is not so bad. But he's just getting the Bonehead and taunting the Anubarak here. That does make sense. Not much else to do. And then he can choose whether to pop the Carapace or not. He's going to choose to go for it. More tempo, but we are fighting someone with 2 blue shells that Beater immediately points at. So this person is not trying to win the fight. They're ready to cash out. Fairly early hero power trigger, but that does make sense with all the extra minions that have been added. This audience choice games are usually very fast because there's all this additional resources that is being pumped into the game. We're not like super happy with our 2 costs, so we're gonna take the investment to get an extra Chronum and just an Elise hero power. Which also makes sense because with all this money, we're definitely power leveling. I'd be shocked if Beater isn't trying to go to 5 here. There we go. Pop Murlocs. Oh, he's checking for the triple Swamp Striker here. That is only 1 gold really to check, so fairly cheap. Evoker with the spells from the buddy. Makes sense to me. Yep. And then hero power here, maybe you get a dragon. But he's gonna just go for Rodeo. He's not going to entertain the undead stuff right now. So here we are. Oh, I also noticed Carapace is here. So this was played right before the hotfix they did. Because Blizzard did a hotfix that unfortunately broke Carapace. So they had to disable Carapace. So it looks like this game was played like right before that happened. But that doesn't really change the meta too much, other than someone might play Carapace this game. It could be Beater technically. I have not. I'm reviewing this game purely based off the thumbnail. I am not. I have not seen it, so maybe he ends up playing Carapace. All right. So we get a golden ice snarl. That probably doesn't really matter too much. Why did they break Carapace? I mean, that's like saying, why did you introduce a bug in your game? Like, they probably didn't do it on purpose. It just happens. Yeah. All right, we got a 4 and a 6. I guess if we get eyes now, we could roll a poet and eyes the poet. So that could be awesome. Getting another 6 here. Matriarch, we are leveling, okay. Buying the coin because we have Evoker, and also we still have our Rarran hero power. That's quite interesting that he feels comfortable enough. Oh, and then he can still buy a unit. He's gonna sell that to roll to hopefully buy something better. I guess Shell Collector for the coin. Oh, Nest Matron, okay. Will Golden the Taragosa. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotta do something to get a little bit more. I guess Nest Matron is not so bad because he does have this Broodmother. Broodmother will open up some opportunity for revenge triggers. So definitely something that I was not thinking about. Just the instant go 6. But that did... I guess he got the Evoker from the triple reward? I'm actually not sure. No, he hero powered it, right? Yeah, hero powered. So that did give him an extra Evoker. And he's still very, very comfortably winning the fight. So I guess with the Golden Taragosa double poet, double Evoker and lots of spells being cast, he is not that weak. So it only looked kind of risky, but in actuality, it wasn't really that risky. He's gonna skip over the spell that doubles the attack. It's probably not that needed. He glanced at Titus for a second there because he does have double Evoker plus Taragosa, but he doesn't have Stun Drake and there's no Poet. So he doesn't have... oh well, there's a Poet. So he didn't have a way to make it permanent, but he doesn't have the Stun Drake either, so he just didn't feel comfortable getting the Titus yet. So now he has, he has a Murloc here, so he's quickly going to check that before he plays the Poet. And now we can put Poet in between the two Evokers and end on that Amalgam, I think, for an extra spellcast. Getting a lot of triggers here. Reborn on the Amalgam, very nice. Dude, so well done. All the spells at the end, lots and lots of scaling. Matriarch giving a lot of health, and then Evoker giving lots of perma stats here. Whew. Okay, so now we have the major Timewarp incoming. Even being fast enough to reborn that Amalgam, realizing, oh, it's a Naga, if it gets a Spellcraft, I can reborn that. That gives him 2 extra spells with 2 Evokers. That's not nothing. So it's these little things that are so fun to see. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the super duper secret Timewarp. Timewarped Secrecy. So this is incredibly rare. This is the very first time ever that I see this. It's kind of like the legendary Pokemon that you didn't know you could catch. They introduced this with the mid-season patch, but I've not seen it in any of my games. And again, I play a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and I haven't seen it in any other things, and I even watch more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Okay, so we have a golden 7-drop, a golden Obsidian Ravager when we are playing double Evoker. That seems like a good idea. We also have the Poets, and the Boxcars, if we keep it for another round, can give us eyes for that golden Poet, which will double the scaling on that golden Ravager. There is a Bran, however, so it is a little tricky to keep the Boxcars, I think, because we want to sell Boxcars and we want to sell the Matriarch to go Bran here. Unless he's just going to hold it for one more turn, but he might not even have hand space then, right? Yeah, yeet yeet. Just casting the spells. Good ordering here, getting +1 gold by having the board space. Already putting the Poet next to the Ravager because we definitely want to make that permanent. Got 2 more spells there from the Murloc he has in his hand. Oh, okie dokie. That's so cool when the random chef gives you that. Alright, we still have quite some money to go through here, depending on what this panda gives us. Maybe not. Ooh, permanent double attack, that's fun. The Brood is not that good yet, because it triggers before the Evoker triggers, so that was something that you could maybe hold for next time. However, you could easily just... oh, he's playing Hooktail to get a little bit more extra damage. That's cool. You could easily just find another one next turn, right? And then sell Atrocity and non-glow scale. I like that a lot. So by casting the double attack now, it gives him more attack, and then he could roll another one next turn, which is not bad. But he's gaining like 30 attack from that spell, so I think ideally you hold it for next turn because the Evoker will triggers first. But it's whatever. That's one of those things that you can afford to nitpick about when you are just watching. If you're in the moment and playing, you're like, get out of my hand, come on. Give me some hand space, I just need to go. I have this brand, I have lots of battle cries. I don't want to have to think about whether I want to play this or not. And for all we know, we could just get another one next turn and then, you know, it's all good. Whew. We got a Varanus. I don't think we'll be using that. I think we are just pushing for as big of a Golden Obsidian Ravager as possible. The real question here is if he still wants to do something with Stuntrake or not. My assumption would be yes. It's just going to be a bit of a modified Stuntrake board because he will have to run a Ravager. It would be nice if we could just Eyes the Poet, but we're still going to buy the pair because it's definitely not guaranteed that we're going to hit it. Evolving for a 5, indicating that he's probably still quite happy hitting that Stuntrake here. 5 drop. Oh, streamer luck, as chat would say. Well, now we'll also know for sure if he still wants to do Stuntrake. I would assume so, yeah. I don't think it makes sense to not want to do Stuntrake if you have Golden Evoker Poet. But again, like I said, the board space will be a bit awkward. Ooh, shields. But he has one in his hand now. And then you just sell Matriarch and you end on Stuntrake. Sounds good. So, important here, he shields the Evoker so that the Evoker cannot get the shield from the Amber Guardian, meaning that the shield will now always be permanent. Because the Poet is in between the 2 other dragons and the Taragosa will make it permanent anyway. So, again, like, small little detail, but so clean, so cool to watch, right? So efficient. So, guarantees the Perma Divine Shield that way. The Taragosa is going to be a little bit weird, but we might just Mutinous that later. Because now that we have Stuntrake on the board, we will have to make board space for Broodmother and ideally Titus. And then maybe like 2 Broodmothers, so not going to be any space for that Taragosa. Bran can be sold off later as well. It's easy to do that and end on another death rattle thingy. Yeah, I mean, we have coins in hand. We buy the Bran, I guess. You could maybe hesitate to not buy Bran. Okay, he's going in with Conch. Maybe hoping to... oh. Okay, how do we do that? Tell me how we do this, Beater. I wonder if he's trying to get another shield this turn. Oh, sells the Stuntrake. See, this is why I love that, man. He's just making the assessment here like, it's too annoying, it's too awkward. I want to do Golden Brand things, and I'm just going to play with the Ravager instead. Unfortunately, he does get rid of both of his Murlocs here, but he knows he's going to get another one. He's just like, get out of here. Alright, sells a sell for the spell. Okay, so now he needs a Murloc. Interesting, so just goes double Poet instead. Man, that gets weird now, because we have 2 Poets on the board, plus that Taragosa, so... Now, if you want to have enough space to play a Murloc and play the Primal Fin, you have to sell 2 things. The Amber Guardian is something we can sell quite easily, but after that it gets quite sketchy. Alright, so Golden Ravager, putting in the work. Ah, triples the Poet, of course. Well, that just solves everything, so never mind anything I was saying earlier. None of that is relevant here because Beater hits the nuts. That could give you Golden Lookout, so again, a small thing, but him doing that before he plays this other Lookout is so clean. Because you definitely want to have the Golden Lookout there. Yeah, spell's quite good. Usually it's just Bile in case you're going to end up playing base skill. Yeah. I don't think I would buy the base kill, but it's just like, hey, if they want to give it to me for free, maybe. He is going to add another evoker to the board. Okay, cool. So the fact that he can do this and still keep this Amber Guardian on the board is also so nice. We definitely want that mycologist in the shop. It's just a matter of, are we going to be able to use a spell? I think so, yeah. 78 seconds left. We should have more enough time. The Cold Light Diver could give you Lasso, so kind of good to play that first, but again, it's one of those things where there's a lot of stuff to do and not that much time, so optimizing that is tough. Another Poet would be a little tough on the board space. Mainly trying to find a spell that is worth copying with the mycologist here. It could be that one, because you are running out of shops here. Okay, that one. Let's go. And it's so nice to be able to keep mycologist an extra turn. But if he wins this round, which hopefully he does, he already has 12 extra gold coming in from the overconfidence. So hopefully that's just enough. Okay, gonna untaunt now. All right, same deal here. We're going to Divine Shield to force the perma shield. I guess it would always be a perma shield, but he wants the shield on the Tarek. He can just choose where it goes. Because if he shields one, it won't hit the other. Sorry, if he shields one, it'll hit the other. So this person wants Stun Drake as Vol'jin, which is definitely not bad. But yeah, Golden Ravager. It's quite annoying if you're playing Stun Drake, and Beater just has a ton of stats as well. So 100% win here. I guess other... Like, he's just rolling for pandas and shell collectors now, right? 22 gold. So just milking as many spells as possible. Also really cool that he was able to keep that Amber Guardian for so long. Normally you get to play that for one turn maybe and that's it. Oh, okay, he's like infinite gold almost this round. Whenever you have Golden Bran and you have a mycologist that copies Discover Battlecry, there's so much potential for so much money there. Alright, we're rebuying the Stun Drake now. We're opening that up. We are rich enough that he's like, you know what? Screw it. Okay, more mycologists. Okay, the spell here is great. Buy the oil and the overconfidence or the money. Okay, just he's gonna do... Well, he needs money this turn, right? Yeah. Well, maybe needs money this turn. It's actually not even sure whether he needs money this turn. Because he still has that magic pin on the far left, which discovers battle cries. So that could be like Panda or... Primal Pin is kind of tough. Okay, that's not money. That's not money. Ooh. That's... See, that's kind of money, but you have to not... you have to sell something, so it's kind of not money. So there is a Broodmother, and we do have that Stun Drake, but board space is such an issue right now. Okay, he's not looking to force the Murloc, I think. I'll get some more keywords for more triggers. So cool. So Stun Drake next to the Poet this round, and then maybe next turn at this Broodmother instead of Bran or so. Hey, Calendros, thank you very much for the 31 months. So good to see you. Welcome back. So apparently we have 20% here. Does the opponent... Wait, does the Stun Drake die? Wait, there's no Stun... Oh, it's Carapace. Okay, it's Carapace, sorry. I was like, wait, where's the Stun Drake? It's Carapace, okay. Yeah, I mean, Golden Titus with double Golden Broodmother. And that ghoul. He's not getting that much value here though, but it's like what, 180 times 3 per one of these whelps, and then there's 3 more inside of that. Does it come down to a flip here? No, the opponent attacks, so there is no chance. Right, and it's yeah, it's gold. Yeah, he summons a board full, of course. Okay. That is annoying, but it just shows that power of once you have Golden Titus and you can send those whelps, be it with either Stun Drake or with Carapace. Changing the hero power, definitely want to proc our free buy first. So time to get a permanent Wind Fury. It will work, right? If he moves the thing. Oh, he could do double permanent shield here if he goldens the Amber Guardian. If he sells his brand and then golden Amber Guardian. I'm guessing that's what he's going for. Yep. Yep. But he's not going for the perma Wind Fury on the Ravager. Because then I guess it's also permanently taunted. And he basically elected to go for the perma shields here with the golden Amber Guardian. Which is also cool. The moment we saw him buy that eyes, it was like, oh, okay. I see what he's trying to do here. Because that's kind of the only thing you'd eyes here. Maybe if you're thinking Stun Drake, you could Golden Hatchling. And you could say, oh, I'll just do that. But he doesn't even have Titus yet, so... It's like a bit of a... It's like a half Stun Drake comp, if you will. Okay, spells cost 1 less. But that's for next turn. Right. I was like, wait, why did that still cost 1? But that's audience choice. When we're very deep into... Oh, Chief Raid. Chief Raid on the VOD. That's our Golden Stun Drake. That's nice. So just cast spells, cast spells. It's kind of cool to see that just pure Evoker can still get there. Because, well, I mean, pure Evoker with a Golden Brand pumping extra spells. Because normally you would just... You would always say like, oh, I need Stun Drake, but... This was mainly just Evoker with Brand and then play... just play Poet to make permanent buffs. Just like a full big board instead of just a big Stun Drake. Ah, we want that. We want that. We want that so bad. We freeze, I guess? I don't think we can sell our Broodmother here. That spell. Oh, Beater, please freeze that spell. I guess if it's Carapace, it doesn't matter. Ah. Bro. This is one of those damn you good player. Because he knows that his opponent is Carapace, right? So Carapace, he's not gonna need 1,000,000 damage. But damn it, do I want to double the damage on that cleave. It's a Golden Ravager. How can we not? How can we resist? Even though it's completely useless. This is where it's annoying that Beater is a good player. Excuse me. We could have a 15,000 damage Golden Ravager and completely overkill the units. Okay, we made the Divine Shield Wind Fury permanent, so Alec here is not that useful. Ooh. Broodmother is not that good against Carapace because the tokens are going to be too big to care about your small tokens. Peter, it's 1 gold. It's 1 gold, baby. It's 1 gold. Oh, come on. All right, what are we rolling for? Sindore? I guess Sindore is not bad. Even for 1 gold, he's just so savage. He's like, no. Making my 7,500 damage cleave 15,000 is inefficient. I'm not doing it. And I get it. I absolutely get it. But damn it, I wish we did it. It's like, how can you resist? It's 1 gold. You have 2 evokers. It would be a crime not to, right? Okay, we could not find pants. I guess we were rolling it down for pants, huh? Okay. I'll allow it, chat. I'll allow it. I think that pants is actually a pretty legit argument here. Because he's just going to kill your Ravager because it's taunted. And you really want your Ravager to attack twice. It's got Wind Fury. It's so good. Are we attacking? No, he's attacking. So, yeah, goodbye, Ravager. Are we fine here? Are we dead? We're on 18. If the opponent is on... Oh, he's on 5. He's not on 6. Okay. Okay, we've got another shot. With pants, I think we're good, right? Pants, me dude. Pants, pensu. We could also taunt everything else, but that requires you probably to sell something to buy a taunt ooze. Selling some. Ooh, there's a saloon. Here it comes. Pants. Wait. Oh, we got a raid now. Hey, Sadek. Thank you so much for that. Welcome, everyone. So we just watched Beater get raided, and now I got raided. Okay, so we are going for the taunt everything strategy. Because if everything has taunt, nothing has taunt, chat. And he's like, what do I gruel? So taunting that little, playing that little taunt reborn and giving it shield is actually really smart. Because that's going to block his board space. Carapace really thrives if the token attacks and dies and makes space for the next token. Oh man, we went in there. So he brought it down, or up I guess, to a 50-50. So even with everything taunted, and even with that small taunt, we're still on a 50-50 here only to win this. Yeah, it does go to show that Carapace Dragons was so good. But that Titus finally dies before the Broodmother. There we go. He's on 3 health. It's in the back, chat. He's getting barbecued, flamethrowered, Dracarist. Wow, so the very, very first time we saw the secret time warp, which is 20,000 MMR, which is the instant golden 7-drop from that one.